Let's say China.
China.
There are no storm movers, and you can actually see Russia from land here in Alaska.
Go over to China. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Trump statement, tweeting out insults to Angela Merkel. What's he doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host.
Yes. It is me, James Andrews, and you are listening to So This Happened, the best news show you are listening to right now. It is Friday, the 26th of May, 2017, and today was a good day for thugs, because Greg Gianforte is now the newest member of Congress for Montana. You'll remember yesterday he punched the Guardian journalist in the face, knocked him to the ground, body slammed him, pretty much went full WWE on him. He has had charges pressed against him, a misdemeanor assault, and he is still the new congressman. He did make an apology last night when he was accepting the win, and of course, why wouldn't you? You won, Greg. Anyway, here's what Greg said in this apology. Oh, it's genuine.
Last night, I learned a lesson. And, no, please, I need to share something from my heart here, and I just ask you to bear with me. And when you make a mistake, you have to own up to it. That's the Montana way. Amen. Last night I made a mistake. And I took an action that I can't take back. And I'm not proud of what happened. I should not have responded in the way that I did. And for that, I'm sorry.
And you're forgiven.
Please. I should not have treated that reporter that way. And for that, I'm sorry, Mr. Ben Jacobs.
Okay, so there he is making an apology, and I may have been a little harsh. Maybe it is genuine. I don't know. What I do know is that he will now become the congressman. Now, the Democrats in Montana are saying, look, we need to wait until after he has been to court and see what happens to him before we have him in Congress. Well, Paul Ryan has said, no, he won, he'll come to Congress, he'll sit there, that's fine. So we'll find out, I guess, in the next few weeks what Greg's fate is. And let's be honest, he's probably just going to get a slap on the wrist and a $500 fine. But that's my cynical side talking. And today, let's have some more cynicism, why don't we? Donald Trump was at the G7 conference today talking about the environment. Now, Donald Trump had said during the campaign that he would be pulling out of the Paris Climate Accord. And today, it was announced that many nations in the G7, France, Japan, Canada, and the United Kingdom and Italy, all urged Donald Trump to rethink this decision. Apparently, reports coming out of the conference was that Donald Trump listened to all these leaders and then he gave his opinions. And we don't know what they are yet. Nothing's quite come out on that, so we'll have to wait and see. But the Paris Climate Accord, it's a 2015 accord, and what it did, it was signed by everybody in the G7, including the US when Barack Obama was president. It aims to limit planetary warming. It slashes CO2 and other fossil fuel emissions. The US pledges 26 to 28% emissions reduction, and it's been agreed upon by nearly 200 countries. So this is a very big deal. If Donald Trump pulls out of this, it's going to have very, very wide-reaching effects. Now, we know that the head of the EPA doesn't believe in climate change. So the whole idea of planetary warming or planetary climate change is sort of a non-starter for him. Donald Trump has said that in order to cut those emissions, it's going to hurt business. And we all know that his big deal is we've got to make business huge again. And really the only way you can bring back some of those businesses that have been lost is to reduce these goals in climate change and bring back massive fossil fuel use and, environmental damage, essentially. Now, it was initially reported that Donald Trump was going to announce the intentions that the US was pulling out of the climate accord before going to the G7 conference. He hasn't done that, and hopefully this is going to be one of his legendary flip-flops where he said something on the campaign trail and then just does something completely different. And in this case, that would be great. There is conflict in the White House over this. You have people like Steve Bannon who are pushing very hard to get out of the Paris Accord, and then there are people like his own daughter Ivanka who are urging him to stay in. So we'll see who wins out there. And I'm really hoping that this is sort of one of those cases where Donald Trump had no idea what he was talking about. We've seen this happen before with China in particular. And then after speaking to somebody who knows what the hell they're talking about, Donald Trump says, "Oh, well, I hadn't quite thought about it that way. Okay, good. You're no longer a currency manipulator." And in this case, hopefully he'll say, "Oh yeah, climate change is real and we do need to reduce CO2. So we'll see. Fingers crossed." And while Donald was in the G7 conference, his lovely wife Melania was out touring Sicily, and she was doing so in a $51,000 Dolce & Gabbana jacket. Now, I'm looking at a photograph of the jacket right now, and it's sort of this 3D flower thing. It's actually quite ugly, and I'm no fashion expert, but it's certainly not something I would wear. And then just on a completely unrelated topic, because it just popped in my head this, but according to the U.S. Census Bureau, the average family income is $55,775 a year, which is it's just about $4,000 more than that horrendous jacket that Melania was wearing today. And like I say, it just popped in my head. It's not related in any way, shape, or form. Draw your own conclusions. That's fine. And then in something that was actually really exciting, I was checking my email about an hour ago or so, and I have received an email from Trump Vader himself. It's fantastic, so I'm going to read it to you. So let me just let me pull it up, and I will read you Trump Vader's email that he sent me. Okay, here it is. So it starts off, "Dear James," very nice. "We first arrived in Saudi Arabia, which was very hot. They thought I was a woman because of my black helmet and mask. That was awkward, I can tell you." And then he's put a little smiley face. Well, I think it's a smiley face. He said, "Anyway, it was very nice, although I couldn't have a drink and my hands started shaking towards the end." And then it continues. "We then went to Israel, which was very exciting. We went to a wall where they had to put this thing on my head." I think he's talking about a yarmulke. "But it kept falling off, so they wanted to stick it on, but I said, 'No, you cannot stick it on my head.' So I just didn't wear it when I went to the wall, and I was asking how much the wall cost to build, and they gave me funny looks." Okay, so then, it continues. There was a little photograph of him. I wish you could see it. He took a little selfie by the wall. It was very nice. Anyway, then he goes, "Then we went to Rome and I met with the Pope. He is a grumpy bastard, I can tell you. Not a smile in the house. He also smelt like old books and leather." Okay, so that's good. He goes, "Then we went on to Brussels, which was very nice. I was hoping to find some sprouts, but could not find them at all." And then it continues. Then there's another picture of him. It looks like he's in a market. I think he was looking for the Brussels sprouts there. He goes, "And then we are going to the conference about the environment, but I don't really know what that's about. I would probably not like anything they are saying. It wouldn't make any sense to me because I don't care about that kind of thing." And then he's done like a little winky smiley face. So I think he probably thought, he was like, "Oh, James might not like that, so let me put a winky smiley face so he might think I'm joking." And then he concludes, he goes, anyway, it's been a very nice trip, and I will see you soon. Goodbye. Yours, Trump Vader. He actually wrote love, but then he deleted that, or he put a line through it. So, and then it just says yours, Trump Vader. So that's really nice. Yeah, thank you very much. So that was lovely getting that. It brightens my day when I see an email from him. Anyway, now we are going to turn our attention for the rest of the show to Russia. The Russia investigation is moving along nicely, and there were some pretty big developments over the last day or so. Today, sources have claimed that James Comey acted on Russian intelligence that he knew was fake. And also, now the Kush, Jared Kushner, is also under investigation by the FBI. Well, let's start with this James Comey business of knowing that the Russian intelligence was fake. Now, multiple sources within the Justice Department itself have said that FBI Director James Comey knew that a critical piece of the information relating to the investigation into Hillary's emails was fake, that it was created by Russian intelligence. However, he didn't act upon it because he feared that if he did, and it became public, it would undermine the probe and the Justice Department itself. And as a result of knowing that this information was fake, Comey acted unilaterally last summer when he ended the investigation into Hillary Clinton and said it was over. Sources are telling us now the reason he did that was that he did not want the public to know the information that the Russians were in fact leaking fake information to the FBI and the Justice Department. So why then is all this just coming out now when we've had months and months of meetings about this? Well, on Wednesday of this week, the Washington Post reported that the Russian information and intelligence that the FBI received was unreliable. The FBI and Justice Department then immediately came out and said, yeah, we know all of that. We've known for a long time it was fake information. And then yesterday, the acting FBI director, Andrew McCabe, went to Capitol Hill to tell the lawmakers that, look, we were not duped. Don't even think that for a second. We knew all the time that this was fake information. We just didn't want to share that with you because we did not want the good people of America to lose faith in the FBI. And you literally cannot write this. I don't care if you're the best political thriller author on the planet, you could not write something as convoluted as this. It's spectacular. It really is great. If this was a Jack Ryan film with Harrison Ford, well, not Harrison Ford now, he's too old, they'd have to use someone younger, but you would just go, wow, where did they come up with this idea? It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Anyway, the Kush. Yeah, even he now is under investigation from the FBI. The investigators believe that Jared Kushner has significant information relevant to their inquiry. Now, this does not mean that they are accusing him of a crime or suspecting him of a crime. They just believe that he has information that is crucial to their investigation. And this is going to be a fun one to watch, and mainly just because I really want to hear him talk. Nobody's ever heard him talk. It's going to be so cool when he gets up there to testify. I'm going to turn the volume so far up on my television set, and I just want to hear him go on, say your name for the record. Oh, it's going to be brilliant. I can't wait. Anyway, we are out of time, and it is Friday, so it is time to go get your drink on. Unless you're under 21 in America, 18 in Europe, I wouldn't want to get people in trouble, as you know. Anyway, listen, thank you very much for listening. It's been a really fun week, and next week is going to be just as fun. Now, we won't be here on Monday. We are taking Monday off for Memorial Day, so Tuesday is the next time you will have the pleasure of my company. Anyway, take care, goodbye, and be excellent to each other.